the Fantasy Footballers Podcast with your hosts, Andy Holloway, Jason Moore, and Mike Wright.
Oh, welcome in. Is that to balance the... You think I balanced the last episode?
I don't know. That one was very quiet.
I think it just had a slow start.
Oh.
Like I thought noise was going to come out. That didn't.
Your own noise?
Yeah, my own noise, Mike.
Huh.
It's not clear by now. We never restart a show or edit a show. If it's not obvious right this moment, we just hit the button. And then here we are. Thursday, July 2nd. We're into July, which means three shows a week.
I love Michael Keaton. Yeah, next week because there's 4th of July.
Yeah, we're not releasing one on the 4th of July,
Also,
but we do hope you have a spectacular 4th of July.
We're not actually here right now.
I mean, I'm here right now.
I mean, physically we're here for the record. I'm just saying we're out.
Yeah, we have we had some family vacations simultaneously planned. So a chance to get out with the kids and the wives, and then we recorded a couple of shows.
Just saying. So if something massive happens, don't worry, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, but it hasn't as of today. And so, yeah, we'll start up with 3 shows a week next week. Hope everybody enjoys the 4th of July. It's a weird one because it's on a Saturday, which in some regards is great. Right, because you're on the weekend, and then
Sure.
you have your festivities, and you got Sunday morning, and you're not going to work. But on the other hand, I think a lot of people just want the day off. Like 4th of July is like a day off they normally get.
I think a lot of people are either
They're doing
you get it Friday or Monday.
Yeah,
the
it will be observed.
Observed, yes.
I like. I'm observing the 4th of July
on the 3rd of July,
on the 6th of July.
Yeah. But no, we're here. We've got.
Because I didn't. On the 4th, just to be clear.
Right.
I saved my observation.
No, I participated in the activities. I just didn't observe anything. Welcome in. Happy to be with you. Happy to give you some fresh content. We've got Mailbag today, AMA today, lots going on. You can join us in Phoenix for the Fantasy Footballers Live Megala Show, presented by SiriusXM and sponsored by GMC and PetSmart. Friday, August 28th at the Van Buren, which is a fantastic venue.
It's heating up.
If you're watching on YouTube, you can see what it looks like. And you can get tickets at ballerslive.com. Not a lot left, but they could be yours. So you can go to ballerslive.com for that. The community, as always, the proud, the mighty, the Foot Clan, can be found at jointhefoot.com. We have a quick question of the day. It is about low ball trades. This question comes from Instagram from Matt. Do you send low ball trade offers to start or fair trades from the rip? That is worded so humorously to me.
Just, I like hey, do you intentionally send a trade that you think is not fair?
I mean, what is fair?
So
that is my beginning to the entire principle. What is fair?
Well, I think
fair is different for everybody because we all believe in players differently.
The question, I believe, at the heart is saying, do you start where you want to finish, or do you think I'm willing to do a second, so I'll offer a third to start, we'll debate.
Because we got to work our way up.
Right. And, I think historically it doesn't work well. Like, you just never... I don't believe that when you start with a low ball offer that it usually gets negotiated into
That's the argument for it is I'm trying to open the conversation.
It depends who you're dealing with. It really does. We've been in a league long enough where I know the people that want the last word. So I know when I will.
You have to leave the margin then.
I always know I'm going to get a counter, so I have to leave margin for those people.
The old Coletti rule.
Okay, not just one person, but that is an incredible shout out. Someone share that with our old friend. I would say that, again, I will come back to the point. Fairness is not objective.
But I think when you're saying fairness, you're saying the person's going to receive the offer and go, okay, that's interesting. Instead of getting it and going,
certainly, I do not want that reaction. I do not want somebody rolling their eyes and just giving up on the trade. I do want a trade to be sent that is I can persuade the person into why it's good for both of us. That is the art of the deal, the trade.
Sure.
You do need to be able to paint the picture. I don't want to just send a blind offer. When I look at making trades and trade offers, even if they're lowball offers perceptively by you guys, which I think 100% of the ones I've ever sent, you guys have thought were lowball offers, so I have to put myself in that category. I want to be able to make a compelling case. That's what I am trying to build for somebody. If I look at our draft right now, when I click on each person's name, I'm seeing their situation, the keepers they have, the picks they have. I'm trying to. The offer might be low ball in your mind, but I'm like, well, you don't have a pick from the 3rd to the 6th round. So you pick up. My argument then to them is, well, you pick up 2 picks between those two for this player. I don't know if you guys would say those 2 picks are fair or not.
Yeah, let me ask an anecdotal question here that kind of is at the heart of this. In your experience, in all of our experience, do we think, from what we can remember, that the trades we have accomplished, the trades that got done, do those usually get past the finish line after back and forth and negotiation, or usually the trades that go through were just offered and accepted?
Back and forth.
I found most trades that I am a part of, they're done fast.
That's how I'm.
It's like I send the offer, or it comes to me, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
That's how I think both of our experiences are, Mike, and somehow Andy is always able to just really get into the conversation on every trade.
Because he knows who's willing to listen to a conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it is. Part of it is reading the people and getting to know them and speaking their language. And part of it is if you start lower, your counter might end up lower. I mean, that's the truth. Like, if you start at a place that they're not aghast and they're not pulling back in horror, your counter might be just something you like. I mean, that is.
So I would say, are you saying that you generally do come in with a little bit lower offers? Is that what you're saying?
Everyone else's opinion would say it's lower.
Yes.
It's great.
No, I don't think they're great.
Okay.
I think you have to say that out loud. I don't think they're always great. There are situations where, like, if I'm trading with one of you guys, I know that, like, you know how I'm thinking about it. You know me well enough to know how I'm thinking about the trade. We've pulled off lots of trades. You and I did. I mean, you are the example of your trade. Now I'm gonna paint the picture again. Sure. Earlier in the offseason, I'm playing for this year. Jason's playing for the future. We're in a keeper league. His picks are thin. His keepers aren't as strong. He had some bad lottery luck, and he sends me a trade offer, and he sends me CeeDee Lamb for my Malik Neighbors, and it's 2 months ago. I just clicked accept. The trade was done in 5 seconds.
I didn't come in low ball.
But yeah.
But I should have, is what you're saying.
No, you said that. That's the part I wanted to point out, is after we got the deal done, which was fabulous and awesome, and I'm glad you sent it. And we had never talked before, and we just got it done.
It worked for both of us.
But right afterwards, immediately after, you're like, I should have included a pick in that thing. I know I could have gotten You said that repeatedly. I know I could have got a pick back from you. So you did take the path of least resistance, and you got the deal done, but you had some regret.
I didn't. So I don't have regret. Maybe I should have regret, because I could have gotten another pick, right? I mean, for sure. You would have thrown in a 4th-round pick.
Of course I would have.
So I should have regret, but I don't, because I was like, I still like the trade for me for my goals.
That's fine. But fine. I mean, you did bring it up a couple times. That's all I'm saying.
I'm very excited for you to yet again, having traded CeeDee Lamb away, be it just explode in your face and be so dumb for you.
Oh, you've done that before.
Yeah.
I traded you CeeDee Lamb when you won the championship with him and Dak.
I do think the biggest thing.
However, when that happened, when I traded CeeDee Lamb away, it was for an injured Justin Jefferson, who I then won the championship with the next year. So we're just playing this
back and forth.
The 2-year
plan. If I can
get
mine, I don't care what happens to you.
Yeah.
But it would be like the nightmare scenarios that you like Lamb more than Neighbors going into next year's draft.
Correct. That would be bad.
But you do like Lamb.
I love both those players.
So you are expecting Lamb to have a great season.
I am. I mean, if this was redraft, Lamb is a first-rounder to me, and I wouldn't dream of drafting Malik in this year's first round.
I think some of what we said is helpful.
Okay, I hope so.
And I'm not going to pull the deucers of whether it was or not. But I think some of it was insightful. And everybody thinks about these things differently. The biggest part, I think, that we would all agree is we all trade differently with different people. We all know what they like and they don't like, what kind of trades they receive and don't. Some people really want you to have a conversation with them before you send a trade offer. Some people love getting as many trade offers in the system as they can as thought starters. So everybody's different.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been personally offended by a trade offer, Mike?
I mean, personally,
By me?
No, I don't think I've like really been personally offended. I've seen ones where you're just like,
I'm just throwing it out
dumb.
there. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Ask me.
Have you ever been personally offended?
Of course. You send out some garbage sometimes.
I do get a lot of from
I know
what is
that
this
he doesn't-
nonsense reply?
He doesn't expect
I think
me
you
to say
literally
yes.
just offered me the 307 in
301.
our keeper 301
301.
in the 301
Okay, let's
which
see how
in our
offensive
keeper
this
league is
is.
basically the
six round
601.
No. It's
Yes.
Sort of. Though.
No, at
Yeah,
that
yeah,
point
It's sort of.
at that point it's
Yes,
exactly
that is for sure. It
is the 6th
yes.
round pick for Josh Jacobs.
Oh,
So it's pretty insulting.
But that was the final counter to an agreement we weren't reaching.
Yeah.
You offered
obviously.
me Jacobs for Hampton.
wait. So what? You were just trying to shut the trade down.
Sort of. Yeah.
You're like, I'm done
And
talking.
you did.
I was closing the door, but I didn't want to close with a decline. I wanted to close with something
Yeah.
he could decline.
Oh, make him an
I
offer
tried
he
to-
has to refuse.
I just want him thinking I tried to get it over the
Oh,
finish
that's
line.
not what I thought. Just so you know what I
This
thought
is I sent it.
I
This
pretty
is
much
your
realized
fault.
I didn't want Josh Jacobs, and that was my answer to the question.
Jeez Louise.
Which, by the way, if he goes to prison, that's a good deal for you.
I would agree.
Okay. Which you once escaped
I did.
a prison sentence.
I got a 6th rounder for Aaron Hernandez.
Hernandez.
who shall
Right,
not be
right when
named.
he got.
Yeah, that's a real.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. There's your quick question of the day. I hear Al Borland laughing over there. Al, do you want to weigh in at all with the way the three of us trade? Any thoughts?
Not really. I've never been personally offended.
You ever personally
I
offended
like-
other people by taking them out of a trade they invented, and then like you got your deal done, and then they were like kicked out of the trade even though they like were so creative?
No, not me. But I do like the back and forth and the negotiation. I like to just like when I'm buying something on Facebook Marketplace, I'm always going to start
You
a little
do,
lower than
yeah.
asking price.
I think Papa Josh is the hardest one to trade with in this room, though. Would we agree with that?
In this room, yeah. Especially now that he's got a co-manager.
Because Josh, you are guilty of the my players are all the best disease.
Mhm.
Even the ones you want.
Oh, man.
You gotta
Even the
drive
ones
the
you
Even though
hate.
you're wanting to trade them away to
Even the
us,
ones you hate. You can
got it.
only paint the picture of they are the best.
Got to drive the value up, man.
which now
It doesn't do it.
It might not be strategic. It might be like this vacation he went on where he went to spider cabins and sat out in the heat, and it was like the best vacation ever. Maybe everybody is the best player ever. Maybe he's just an optimist.
He's just, well, except for the
do
players
you think of
he's
DK
receiving in the
Metcalf?
trade.
You like DK Metcalf?
he might be great.
Okay.
All right.
There you
There
go.
it is.
All right. We are skipping the news today because, like I said, we're pre-recording this by a few days. And so we'll take a quick break and jump into a very fun AMA mailbag. What's up, Foot Clan? I have been in the tech and media business for my entire life. I built hundreds and hundreds of websites. And so one of the things that was the fundamental, most important thing about making it official, whether it's a website for our league, which we've done many times, or a website for a business, or a website my son is registering to be able to build his business, it's the domain name. You want to get the domain name. You want to make it official, and Wix makes it ridiculously easy to purchase a domain today. And if you've been around this area of the internet for a long time, it's also really appreciated that you can go to Wix, get a domain, and you don't have a 12-step funnel with a bunch of add-ons that you have to tack on to your order. And they're also on the forefront of just turning that around and making an amazing website right away. You're talking about the opportunity to use AI. They have this Wix Harmony, one prompt, build a site for your company, for your league, for whatever you've got going on. You can make it official by picking up a domain name with Wix, and they make it super simple. You get business email and the website, all of that stuff. So you can claim your domain at Wix.com. That's Wix.com. Oh, I love talking trades. It's always fun. Here we go.
Mailbag.
Ask me anything. All right. If you have a question for the show, as always, we're here to help. You can go to the website, thefantasyfootballers.com. You can visit the site, click that submit a question button, or dial our voicemail hotline 302-464-TFFB. Bonus points if you mess up your question when you leave us a voicemail. We'll definitely hear it. Let's start with the voicemail question.
What's up, ballers? My league of record adopted your league of record and the keeper policy with the franchise player. I didn't know if you guys had any suggestions on what type of player you like to franchise versus what type of players you like to put into the lottery. Thanks for taking my question on the mailbag.
Oh, not bad.
Okay,
Thanks.
That's pretty good. We may need to clip that for the days Mike's not here.
So in our format, the way it works is you choose one player to guarantee lock, you get them. It's your franchise player, any player on your roster. Then you put 3 other players into a lottery. The only thing is those 3 cannot share the same position of your franchise. So if you franchise Christian McCaffrey, you can't put another running back in your lottery. You're going to lose one of your 3 lottery keepers at random. And so I think for me personally, and I don't know if we have different strategies. For me personally, what I want is one of the, top 3, the 101, 102, 103 type of pick for my franchise that is worth everything, and then I'll make my franchise then I'll make my keepers work around it. If I don't have one of those guys, man, it is nice to have that like tight end. If you've got a Bowers or a McBride where now I can keep whatever,
2 wideouts and a running back.
Yeah, and
it
gives me so much flexibility when it comes to
or Josh Allen at the franchise.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Basically, most of the time the franchise player's running back or wideout, so it knocks the rest of those positions out of your keeper lottery. And for those that are new to this, or this is how we do our league of record. So we have a day every year where we all gather on Zoom and we spin a wheel, and one of your 3 players drops back into the draft. This was one of the ways to make it more exciting for the top of the draft. Like this year, there's Jahmyr Gibbs, there's CMC, there's JSN, there's Puka. Those are all players people risked and
keep going.
lost.
There's 6 great ones.
There's Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
But Jason drafts at 7.
Yes,
so
I do. There is a tier break of death. And
really is.
It's unbelievable.
I'll tell you this. I've almost traded into our first round like 5 times, and I pull my trades back because I'm not sure if 107 to 112 is better or worse than 211 or 304.
It's crazy.
But that's how we rock it, and it's super fun. Players are regularly risked. I think last year, Al, didn't you lose somebody huge?
Oh, yeah, he did.
Who did you lose last year? Was it Trey McBride or
No.
Was it Bijan?
It was Bijan Robinson.
Oh,
okay. I thought that was 2 years ago, but yes, it hurts. I went on a 4-year streak of losing the guy I didn't want to lose with a 33% chance.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
That was
it's
me
super
this year.
fun as an event every year.
Lost Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that very frequently people risk. They take a risk with like a couple of running backs or something like that because like Mike this year had Bijan, CMC, and Chase Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And so he put those into his keeper lottery because at worst case, you're ending up with a couple of names you really like. He didn't want to lose Bijan. He didn't lose Bijan. He might have ended up with what he actually wanted. I guess Bijan CMC would have been better.
It would have, yeah.
But that's a good situation where you kind of understand how it works. And
it's fun for the build of your team, too, because as you go along, knowing you're going to have restrictions on who you can keep, like as you're trying to win a championship, so you're trying to do that, but you're also trying to position yourself to have the best keeper lottery that you can have. So it is a little variable of fun.
If you're in leagues like that too, I would say that the most underrated thing is having a great keeper set. Like you think picks are the most important thing, but if you have 3 good keepers, it's super valuable. Follow-up question from Instagram on our league of record. Is there a limit on how long you can keep a franchise player?
Nope.
No. But I will say I don't think anybody's really kept them super long.
The only one that is historically just awful was when Mike had his reign of terror with Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
All of Antonio Brown's great years were all Mike's. No one ever.
And he never traded him.
No one ever.
I eventually traded him to Josh.
For what?
I don't even remember.
Yeah.
But it was at the end.
That's when you tore your shirt off and ran off the field.
Yeah.
After that, after your run of terror. We also have somebody asking about what do you use to work out the keeper lottery? Is it a spreadsheet? Is it something in the Sleeper app? I think we literally use like a free app on like the App Store where it just breaks up a pie into 3 slices and the wheel spins and we just show that on the screen to each other, which builds the drama.
In the past, we have used, more like
A tumbler.
a
Is that
tumbler.
what they call it?
I don't know, like
I
the
think it's a hopper.
Like
Hopper.
a raffle
ping
hopper.
pong
Is it a hopper?
ball type of thing.
Yeah, like
That's
a
fun.
golden hopper.
You could use pieces of paper and a hat.
We
We've
call it
done that
it's
too.
called a hopper.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
hopper.
The stuff inside of it definitely tumbles more than I would say it hops.
It could be a tumbler, but it's a hopper too. It's like what they do for.
Oh, you put the rocks in a tumbler?
It's like
make
a
'em all
bingo,
shiny?
like a bingo tumbler. All right. Enough about that. You can get it on my store. No, I'm just kidding. Another follow-up there from Germ
We
said,
need a fantasy footballer's
Hopper.
hopper.
What is the best heated rivalry in your home league, and who gets the angriest among the ballers and deucers when they lose?
Jason gets the angriest.
That's true.
Easily.
I think second place.
I'm an emotional man.
Second
Mike.
place angriest would be Al Borland.
I think that's true.
Third would be
Probably me.
you.
Probably
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Mike's
and Mike's
pretty
anger
chill.
is always hidden.
It's there.
It's
It's just
inside.
inside.
Hey, and
Like a-
just wins and losses are not that different, guys.
Yeah.
Everything is everything.
In terms of the most heated rivalry in our home league, for most of, I mean, I feel like Jason and I had that for many
Yes.
years when we were in the same division.
Yeah.
I would say at this point,
I still haven't gotten over it. Like, we're not in the same division now, and I still root for your demise more than anyone.
yeah, that makes sense. I think anybody playing against Josh becomes a rivalry that week.
Yeah, that's
Who-
fair.
Who wants to lose to that guy?
No one.
No.
Is that you guys have anything to weigh in there? Is there anybody we're forgetting?
I think you guys nailed it.
Who are your guys' biggest rivalries?
I think any non-ballers always want to beat the ballers.
That makes sense.
I feel like Andy and I, whenever we face off, is
It's a bit of a
intense.
rivalry.
Yeah.
Who has the most wins all time in your league of record? That's the last league of
Oh,
record
the
question.
wins? I don't know if we have regular season wins. Championships
sure
is
we've
me.
got
I think it's a little tough because Mike was not in the league in the very, very beginning.
Right.
And
And I still have the most championships. That's
We-
weird.
Okay.
I'm really good.
Who put this question in, and why is it Mike?
According to our career leaderboard, my team has the most wins all time. But again, not everybody was there for. What's funny about that though is it's close. Like Jason and I have played the exact same amount of seasons. It's 141 to 134. Jason is in third. Ironically, Jason has 2 titles. I have 3 titles. The person in second place in total wins in 18 seasons
Oh, no. Who is
has
it?
138 wins. So he's 3 off of all-time wins. It is Brian, and he
No
has
titles.
no titles.
Oh, man.
What a loser.
But yeah, I don't know about
The
wins
playoffs
per
are
season and
cruel.
stuff like that. But yeah, Jason and I have been neck and neck, and we've gone back and forth, and we've had some haunting playoff matchups.
Mm-hmm.
Again, just keep in mind, fantasy football is torture.
Yeah.
And fun. All right, keep trade cut question from Sammy from Instagram. Keep trade cut. Oh, it's not. It's definitely not players. It's Frank's Red Hot. It's Sriracha,
Mm.
and then it's Pace Salsa.
New York City.
Frank's Red Hot is the 101. It is the elite of the elite hot sauces, so I will be keeping that. I think the Sriracha is the trade.
I agree with that. That's my
Sriracha-
exact lineup.
Sriracha's the keep. Sriracha's the best of the 3.
You Sriracha weirdos.
Dude,
so I'm going to
Sriracha's-
trade it to you.
Yeah, and I will pay top dollar.
With Frank's on the table, you'll grab the Sriracha?
I also love Pace and Frank's. All 3 of these are great.
Yeah, that's not...
But no, Sriracha is over
Really?
Frank's. Yeah, I use it more.
Why Tabasco doesn't make it into this list? I thought Tabasco would be the third
Yeah, me.
I mean,
Chipotle
it would make
Tabasco.
more sense.
with the Pace Salsa thrown in.
Yeah.
Another keep trade cut. This one is a different avenue here from Instagram in our AMA episode. Keep trade cut, Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise.
Oh,
I'm going to keep Disneyland. It's close. We go there all the time.
my guy.
I'm going to cut Disney World because I kept Disneyland, and it's better. And
Whoa.
then I will.
It is.
I'll trade
It
Disney
is.
Cruises, which are awesome. And Disney, if you're out there and you're listening, please
Send him.
no, just put a casino on your boat so I can go on the Disney cruises. It's just like
You want to double down?
Is that Ricky Pearson?
Yeah. Yes, it's me.
How many layers of jokes can we get? I will say, like, It's crazy because when I think about all of these things, all I do is think about being in a sea of human beings.
Yeah,
That's my least favorite part of all of it. It's just too many people.
I
There's
agree.
just too many
But-
people. Shoulder to shoulder is not how I want to vacation. Or, I mean, I'm definitely not in these guys' category of like my Disneyland. Like, you guys have got such baked in nostalgia mixed with your love of Disneyland,
That
like
is
how
correct.
much you went. I like it. It's a good time. We'll do it every couple years. I've never been to Disney World. All I've ever heard from people that don't like it is they have to walk too much because it's so big.
Gigantic.
And the Disney cruise, I've never been on a cruise. That will change. Well, while you're listening to this, I will have been.
It has already.
I've been on a cruise, but not a Disney cruise.
Keep Land Trade World cut cruise.
I feel like you're going to get some feedback on that one.
No,
Chase-
eat it, Florida.
Yeah.
It's more humid there too, right?
Yeah.
Chase __ S writes in favorite sitcom. What's your favorite sitcom of all time?
Oh man.
This is always an easy answer for me. So you know.
Yeah,
my answer.
I know
Yours
yours.
is Seinfeld.
Yes.
Mine would. It's either Parks and Rec or The Office, which I see as just the same thing.
I see. I'd never.
I think I will.
don't
I
think
think I
either
will
of
keep
those
Parks and Rec over.
are those both sitcoms.
Yes.
I
Let's
just
see.
never thought of them as sitcoms at all.
It is a comedy that is it's
Situational.
situational.
Yeah.
If that's the definition of a sitcom, then
It
you are
is. In
you are
fact,
you are
It is
definitely
the
right.
name of the
Then you are. Then those are the final other two.
Man, I haven't sitcomed in a long time.
So yours is Step by Step.
Step by Step. Hey, TGIF
Yeah.
was fantastic. I'm looking at a list, so like a shout out to Sunny, but I haven't watched Sunny in a while, and
Oh,
they're
It's funny how I associate a laugh track with a sitcom. That's why I was asking
Yeah.
that question, is because I was just hearing laugh tracks.
they're listing Silicon Valley as a
absolutely.
sitcom.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was.
That one
is it a comedy that's situational?
Yes.
Yeah. I
And
It
that
cannot
was
be an
awesome.
hour. I mean, I'll tell you that.
no.
No, it can't be an hour.
Well, shout out to that show because
That
I haven't
show's
seen
great.
it in a long time, but that thing was great.
MC wants to know how far is too far for a fantasy football punishment? We've probably seen some of those
Permanence.
over the year. Permanence,
Because
like the tattoo.
the tattoo one's
Only if
pretty fun.
Amputation is off the table.
yeah. The tattoo one, it's just got to have complete buy-in from everybody. You
Yes.
cannot have. So therefore, if you had a punishment that where one person did not agree or want or be willing to get a tattoo,
Yeah,
and now
you
you
can't
got
do
you can't do that. That's permanent.
I think if the only tattoo I would actually want is if when I win, all 11 other managers have to get my title tattooed onto them somewhere. I don't even care where. I like the idea of the other 11 managers having a permanent mark on their body
Well, I don't think
about
it's-
my title.
usually it's just the big
Yeah,
loser.
just the-
No, I know.
So
That's
you
what I'm
want
just telling you.
all non-champions.
I want
think-
everybody's body to reflect the league's history.
That's too far. Yeah.
Yeah,
To
that's
answer
too
the
far.
question,
Yeah.
that would be too
I
far.
don't think I actually want that.
just don't hurt.
Don't hurt
No
somebody
bodily
else.
harm.
I did see the most
Don't
recent
break
one I saw
laws.
was
Yeah.
the person that had to dress up in a costume in the middle of July and trick or treat until they got candy from 10 houses. I thought that was ridiculous,
Which
but it also made me laugh.
those are funny. I like watching the video, but it's like imagine that person showing up to your house. I'd be
It's
like,
a little creepy.
I'm gonna call the police.
It's a little, well, yeah, you better have a nice face.
You got to get out of here.
All right. We'll take another quick break, and I've got a ton of fun questions coming up. All right, Foot Clan, whether you are on the go or at home, T-Mobile, well, they're built to keep you connected wherever you're scouting your fantasy team. And that on-the-go part, that is important. With America's best network, you'll be connected to the latest news and player projections. So when you're on the clock, you can draft a winning team. I can think of so many situations where that element of being connected while you're on the go is fundamental to fantasy football success. I'm in the midst of multiple leagues right now where I am responding to trade offers. We are massaging the trade offer. We want to make sure that I'm the one that gets the player, not another player manager in our league. So trade offers when you're on the go, all the news that's breaking so you don't make a mistake. And my favorite thing, maybe I'll mention it. Look, you're sitting and you have a quiet moment somewhere out and about. You want to jump in the UDK. We got the player profiles. You can watch all of those in there with T-Mobile. You can jump in on the player projections and our stat projections and all the 130,000 words of content. Again, T-Mobile making that easy to do. Every bit of news. Things are changing all the time. New player contracts, all that good stuff. So from off-season to game day, every play is better with T-Mobile. What you got to do is visit T-Mobile.com/network. Fastest is based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data of national speed score results for the second half of 2025. The best mobile network in the U.S. is based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data second half of 2025. Benjamin writing in, have you ever had real heated arguments with each other due to, fantasy football? Yeah.
That's all we argue.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
those are the actual ones that get heated.
Yes.
They're not about business.
This is not a bit. This is not a joke.
They're not about life.
We're like, hey, this huge contract thing we got to figure out. Okay, that's done. Anyways,
Deebo Samuel or Brandon
Roma
Ayuk.
Tuesday is not going to be good.
Our biggest fight ever was Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, that was
Before a season. It was just stupid.
Yeah. No, the passionate, actual, heated,
It was so stupid for him to argue with
emotional,
me.
upset things where you
Yes.
go home and you're like angry.
Right.
It's only fantasy
And
football.
Jason and mine was the lobby of a hotel.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Was
That's
this
right.
Neighbor?
It was
Who was
Russell Wilson.
Oh,
it
that's
was
right.
It was late, so you can make your assumptions about how the night went. But we are in an empty lobby at like 1 a.m, getting loud about
It was
Russell Wilson's projection
Unlimited.
for the year. I don't even remember what side I was on.
I was pro Russ.
Were you broken?
Unlimited diarrhea.
And I don't remember who won.
Unlimited.
I don't either. But I
I
remember.
know who lost.
It was-
Everybody else in that lobby.
Yeah.
No, there was no one there because it was 1 a.m.
That I was not privy. I didn't watch.
No, you
that.
were. Andy,
It was
in
1
bed.
in the morning. You were asleep for 5 hours.
Andy was today years old when he found out that 1 o'clock comes twice a day.
That's right. Speaking of classifying this crew, Instagram, the Baked ZD writes in, Mike is Michelangelo, Jason is
Okay.
Donatello, Andy is Leo, which producer is Raph? You've got these wrong. You've got these wrong.
Mike is Raph.
Mike is Raph. Jason is Michelangelo.
I would say Andy is Leo, and then Jeremy
Yeah.
is Donatello.
Yeah, that's how it actually rolls.
Yeah, we'll do that.
How do you feel about Donatello?
Tell me what that says about me. I don't know them.
the
well
tech
enough.
stuff.
That says that
Yeah.
you're just the tech stuff,
Okay.
and you're. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Donatello.
I love
he's,
Donatello.
He's probably
He's known for being smart.
Is he purple? Is
Yes.
that-
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Hold
I'm
on.
I'm right
Hold-
about
no.
that.
I
though,
know.
right?
I'm
No,
disappointing
no.
you right
Mike,
now, and I'm
Mike
sorry.
is
Hold on. You
cool but
don't-
rude.
You don't know which Ninja Turtle is
Oh my
what
gosh, I
color?
did gloss
I
over that.
think I know the colors. I don't know their.
I know the
personalities.
colors.
Michelangelo's orange, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Leonardo is blue.
Yes.
Who's their
Who am I missing?
Who's their master?
Raph.
Who's
Oh,
their
so He's
master?
got to be red.
Don't say Shredder.
That's what I was thinking. Splinter.
Okay.
right.
What?
Did you skip out on the Secret of the Ooze?
No,
In
I
the
saw it.
90s?
I
How
saw it.
did you miss this?
Is
No
that the one with, like
cartoons?
Bebop and Rocksteady?
Yes.
They were-
Yeah.
You're
This-
sounding better by the
Jeremy,
minute.
I know the music.
This was-
Heroes in a Half Shell.
Turtle Bauer.
People our age, which we're all very close. Ninja Turtles was the biggest thing for like
What,
2
what,
years.
what
watched
toys
a
did
lot
you
of-
play with?
Ninja Turtle. I watched a lot of it, but I don't remember their personalities.
Well,
My memory is
that's
that of
weird.
a
Wow.
goldfish.
Agreed. I thought maybe
you're
you
not
were.
Donatello, because I think
Yeah,
Donatello
yeah,
would have a
maybe
better
not.
memory.
Instagram question from Bergie. I have the first pick in a Dynasty startup draft, full PPR. Who do I take?
Jamar.
I'd love to argue, but I can't.
Who would you argue for?
I would love to make an argument to get a like Gibbs or something, but I just can't do it.
Yep.
The power again, the power of the best running back in the league is the greatest power to have.
Yes.
It's just short-lived, and it's a dynasty league. So I think you'd probably actually argue for about 5 wide receivers.
Yeah,
before you
Jamar's 26 years old.
You
He's
could
got
say-
Joe Burrow.
you
He's
could
also
say Puka.
Puka's
could.
problem
You can
is
make the
Stafford,
argument.
although
Stafford.
Ty Simpson might help.
You could make the argument for Amon-Ra. You
Yep.
can make an argument for Jefferson.
JSN.
For sure. We've got another keep trade cut. It's Pearl Jam, Nirvana, and Weezer.
Oh,
So we're just going to keep the dated.
Oh man,
Pearl Jam's out of here.
You don't like Pearl Jam?
Not by comparison to the other two. I mean, the other two are.
You guys
Great.
are. I feel like you both are like on another level with Weezer than,
Yes.
than I am.
Weezer's my easy keep here.
yes, and first 2 albums only. Really,
For
I-
Weezer?
yeah.
Oh no.
I got out. No, I know. It's the whole. There's an SNL sketch
I know,
about
it's
this,
a great one.
which is awesome because it is
About Weezer
it is
in particular.
so true of the Weezer fandom. You have people like me where it's not that I don't like the new stuff. I just
You don't like it.
I
as much.
fell out.
You
Like
just
I was.
didn't-
I'm not buying every record, but the first 2 are. You're talking the Blue Album and Pinkerton are just are masterpieces, and then I like Nirvana more than Pearl Jam. So
Yeah.
I guess I'll trade Nirvana.
I'm pretty indifferent across the board here.
Oh man.
None were my favorite bands. I guess I'd keep Nirvana, trade Pearl Jam, cut Weezer.
Not even the Green Album.
Green Album's fine.
Green Album's
Green
awesome.
Album's where they started to lose me.
Nah.
YouTube question from Sawyer Brown. Has anybody crashed a golf cart, and why was it Jason's fault? I will say I witnessed something on the course the other day,
Uh-oh.
2 weeks ago, involving Al Borland and Jason.
Oh, that was fun.
Wait, were you 2 in a cart?
Let me just tell you my perspective for a
Oh
second.
no.
Yes, describe,
On an eight- on an
describe
18?
the visual.
Let me
Yes.
just-
Oh,
so
no.
I always hit my drive about 100 yards farther than these guys, so I'm always way further down the course.
True.
Let me start there. And then I'm out there looking, I'm sizing up my next shot, which was much closer than their next shot. You know what I mean? Because of the drive. And so I look back over my left shoulder and I see Jason Moore just oddly sprinting in the fairway.
Sprinting as fast
Like
as I can.
falling-
I can't
falling
sprint
on
faster.
falling on his feet. If you can fall while walking,
Yeah, the
he's
fall
doing that.
forward.
And the reason
And he doesn't, it looks like he's just doing it.
that's all Andy sees is me just sprinting
Sprinting
faster
on
than
the
I've
fairway.
sprinted in 20 years.
Yes.
But the
that's-
reason is because
and I didn't know why.
I was reaching for a ball that Jeremy wanted me to pick up while he was driving, and then he turned to the left and flung me out of the. And so I'm literally running at like I got launched off a golf cart speed.
Unbelievable. He got tossed.
This wasn't the catch up. This is you had So he just missed you getting
He
launched
just
out?
yes, he just saw
So you're
me
trying
post.
to stay up.
And I did.
Oh my gosh.
But all he sees me is just sprinting down
It
the
was
grass.
amazing. We've had some close calls.
I will say that one of my favorite, if not my favorite thing to do at a golf course when you have carts, it's not a walking course, is the skid break.
Oh, yeah.
It is the only way to break a golf. If you're on a path and you don't have skid marks,
You're not doing it to the green.
you are not on the grass. But if you're not
know
leaving
how-
a little skid mark on the cart path, you're breaking. You're probably not accelerating.
I think the
properly.
funniest video we could have ever released for our first golf video would have been like breaking 5 or 6 golf faux pas. Like first thing, Jason just drives the
Driving
cart
right up on the
right
green
up to the pin,
for my
hops
for my
out,
putt.
putts it in, leaves the pin out, moves on to the next hole.
Got to walk through that sand trap first.
You do walk. Yeah, you walks through the sand trap.
Well,
to
you
it.
drive into it, because my ball's in there.
Oh man.
Oh man, yeah. There are some rules on that golf course, man. You better get with it,
And there are curmudgeon-y old
or there will
people
be some
keeping-
old dudes that are. The
Yeah,
HOA president, you right out for that course.
There are so many ironclad, etched in stone rules that are listed nowhere.
Correct.
The only way
They've
to
been
know
passed
these
down.
rules is you happen to know someone who knows the rules.
or
Did
you
I-
get told what you just
Yes.
broke.
Did I tell my hitting a kid with a golf ball story on the show?
I don't believe it.
This is a good start.
So this was like 2 days ago. Hole 1 clears off. It's like a 278-yard hole 1. There's nobody to be seen. I want to be very clear. There's some hills to the left side of the hole. I can't see anybody. We tee off. It seems appropriate.
Yeah.
So I tee off, and again, I hit my drives really far. It's just my thing. And I'm just watching Al to see his face.
I can't argue with it.
So I
It's
hit
true.
it, and of course I didn't say I hit it straight. So it's off to the left. I get up there, and my ball is basically on the edge of the tee box for hole 2. Pin high, because, again, really good with distance. And I walk up there, and the guy, there's a dude, and he looks at me, and he is 11 out of 10 upset. And he goes, "You want to know where that ball actually landed?" And I go, "Oh, man, where?" He goes, "It hit my kid in the foot." And I go, "Holy crap." I go, "I am so sorry. I can't see over here. The hills are here. I didn't know anybody was over here." And the kid goes, "No, it didn't, Dad."
Just an angry man.
So, and then he goes, "Yeah, it landed by his foot." So the dude was trying to make me feel worse.
Man.
You just got to hit him with it. So you're telling me I carried 270?
Yeah, I should have. But he was trying to get me to think I hit the kid.
What a clown.
I was like, "I'm really sorry." He goes, "Some
You
warning."
hit him. Yeah, but you could imagine like what it would have been like if you did.
There's only
I
two.
can't believe he
What
tried to
are
make
you
me think
doing?
I
There's
hit him.
only two type of people that I have seen on a golf course: cool, fun, chill people,
that are bad at golf.
or just upset, angry curmudgeons. It's like,
Yeah. You're one or the other?
yeah, you're one or the other, and you can change day to day.
That much we know to
Probably
be
shot to
very,
shot.
very true.
I know his whole one didn't go well. That's for sure.
Oh, my goodness. Francisco said,
Francisco.
"Why do you have co-managers in your main league? I feel like it would be more easy and more accomplishing to win the league by yourself."
Oh,
There's some good answers for this thing.
Yeah.
First of all, they get no glory.
absolutely. The glory is ours.
It's yours.
We don't do well. Sometimes the glory is the co-manager, like
Yeah.
Kyle fixing Jeremy's team
Mhm.
or Matt fixing Josh's team.
But again, Kyle got all the glory in that situation.
That's true. But, well, he was the main manager. You're right. Anyways, back to the question. It started, I mean, there was just no room. This is the league of record, popular, fun, passionate.
Popular.
Well, my point is there's a waiting list. Like, people want in the league.
There are at least 2 to 3 people at any moment who want in this league.
Over time now, there's probably,
There's maybe 3 to 4 now.
no, there's 12. You basically have to be a co-manager.
It's the most popular league.
in order to get if
Everybody
someone,
talks about
if
it.
someone leaves, you have to have been a co-manager for a number of years to get in now.
Yeah,
so that's
it's
what it's
kinda
developed into.
Bang your deuce. And I will say
It's a chance to be a part of the League of Records, so a lot of people jump in as co-managers, and they get to come to the draft, and they're friends of ours, or my son is my co-manager, and they have, I mean, at least the way my team operates is I do what I please and tell him about it after to see if he liked it.
I was very much on the I won't have a co-manager. I'm going to win. I will take all the glory. When I win, it was me. But now that I've had a couple different co's, and Kyle's my co-manager at League of Record, it's just fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it's another person when you're in the draft. You can actually talk to somebody.
Draft day is the biggest
It is.
advantage of it, is you just have like somebody at your table.
Draft day, or you have, a good co-manager should be, you kind of just,
The idea man
you
or woman.
you have some ideas and also clean up. Like check I co-manage with Jason in the Dynasty Junior League.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like every once in a while I'll just peek at the waiver wire, or Sunday morning I'll have it in my process of like just double checking that league is good.
I'm bring things to my attention. And you say,
I'm
hey,
not trying to run the whole
do
team.
we want to go look at this? Do we want to make this swap?
It's actually really fun and really nice to have someone to talk to, because we have a saying in fantasy football: no one cares about your fantasy football team.
Right.
No one cares about your team.
It's like listening to people's dreams. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like, I don't
Yeah,
care.
you're like,
about
I
your
was
dreams
I-
last night.
They seem so important to you.
And when you have a
They
someone
both care.
actually cares
Yes.
about your league, and it's nice.
It is. It actually amplifies the fun. It really does.
All right, our final AMA question of the day from Haley. Oh, Haley comments. Comments. Haley comments. That's a
Nice.
funny
Not
name.
bad.
Listener of the week.
What does your ideal retirement lifestyle look like?
It's changed recently.
Oh.
It's changed because right now my
Yours
retirement life,
really
mine
changed.
went full 180. I want to live on a golf course.
What was
in a
it
little
before
country
the golf
club.
course?
I think it would have been be able to retire young.
Is it a beach?
vacation a lot
Yeah.
and probably audition for things that I just want to.
Oh, that's fun.
That's kind of cool. And then you got rid of that for golf.
Yeah, now it's just wake
Now
up,
let's make the senior tour.
go to the clubhouse, hang out there all day, get some rounds of
The
golf
country
in.
club life does seem like it could be pretty cool.
I want travel and island life.
Yeah, my wife, so we visited
Just chill, man.
Maui for the first time a couple years ago, which we had a great time. And then she's like, because we've gotten into golf and it's boiling hot out, she's like, I bet you'd really love to live there now because of the 365 golfing.
Yes.
Which there's not, that's why people do love Arizona. We don't realize it
Well,
because we never have like courses shut down for 5 months due to snow. But it is
They
someplace
should
that
be
yeah,
shut
they keep
down.
them open when it's 110.
I just saw some. So we made a horrible mistake a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
We played 18 holes in the morning. Some clouds came out briefly, and then we're like, let's play 18 more.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just saw some people, local friends of mine, that just did that, and they all had to get IVs afterwards, which I think you guys
needed.
You and Jeremy at least needed those on that day. Myself too. It was just too hot. But again, would you rather golf in a hot climate or not golf at all, Jason?
Probably not golf.
Okay,
I mean, it gets
okay.
really
You did
hot.
turn down an invite this morning. So that'll do it for today's episode of the show. A little Fantasy Footballers AMA while we're out vacationing with our families, getting primed up for July.
Oh, baby.
5 shows a week in August. Draft season, training camp. It's all on the way. We can't wait. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Footballers Podcast. Join our fantasy football community on jointhefoot.com and follow us on Twitter @TheFFBallers.